Hi everyone, it's Ed from Off the Trails Outdoors. In my last video, I showed off how I took those giant 3-foot Home Depot Christmas light bulbs and upgraded them with GoVee LED floodlights. That video took off in a big way, and a lot of you have asked how these bulbs actually look outside installed. So today I'm going to set these bulbs up along my driveway and get them installed and show you how I'm going to do that and make sure they're secure to the ground so they're not falling over. I had a lot of questions about how I was going to keep these bulbs from blowing over in the wind. I'm also going to incorporate my GoVee permanent lights that I have around the house. I have the version 2. So I'll get those synced up with the app along with my lights. So thanks for checking in, and let's get started. So as I walk around my house, I'm trying to find the perfect spot for these lights. I do live on a back road, but I get a decent amount of traffic. But I want these lights seen from the road and to give my house an extra flare. So how I determine this, I've got 6 of those lights, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run those bulbs and space them out evenly, approximately 8 feet down my driveway. So let's get them out of the garage. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take out my power supply, get my wire stretched out, and then I'll know exactly where my bulbs are being placed. So I have an outside junction box. I'll be able to put my controller and my power supply in there to keep it out of the weather. If you don't do that, these boxes get water in them and they go bad. So all the products I'll be using today, there'll be links in the bio if you choose to purchase them. Most of them are through Amazon, or the lights I actually bought at Home Depot. Okay, so first I'm going to install this plastic waterproof junction box on the side of my house. This is where I'll run in my extension cord, my power, and then I'll be able to leave my power supply and my controller for my lights. So the reason I'm doing that is to keep everything out of the weather. Okay, set my power in. Gonna plug in my power supply now. Make sure the controller is in, and then the power supply. Okay, so I'm going to zip tie these cords. So I'm just trying to pack this all nice and neat inside this box. Okay, you can actually lock this box as well if you would like. So I got my wire ready to go. I'm going to clean up some tools here and bring out my bulbs. So I'm going to start connecting lights, but it's very important that you have a secure connection to make sure you keep water out. So you want to make sure you screw on the connector here as tight as you can without breaking it, and that way no water gets in there. So I'm going to undo all these wires and spread these out, and I'm going to start putting the bulbs in here down my driveway. So I'm going to put you in a time lapse now as I start placing bulbs. So a big question that I got with my first video is, how am I going to secure these to the ground, or how am I going to keep them from falling over? So to secure these properly, I'm going to get some small sandbags to put in the bottom. I'm also going to use some metal tent stakes, and I'll put 3 or 4 around each one. That will help with it being blown or knocked over. If you're interested in my first video about how I modded these 3-foot Home Depot lights with GoVee LED floodlights, just look in the description, there'll be a link for that video. So it's almost dark, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go over a few things before it gets dark, and you'll be able to really see the lights. So I do have two different runs of GoVee Permanent lights too, and those run along the eave of my garage all the way around, and they are spaced a 2x4 width, 3.5 inches from the siding. So this first run goes all the way up. I've got to connect that to my dormer to get that done. So right now my dormer lights, I do have one section around there that is not on. My plan is I need to paint those white wires to make it blend into my shingles. So that's my first run. My second run runs along here, up both peaks here of the house, and then comes around and ends here. Okay, I'm about to walk outside. I want to show you exactly what the house looks like. So I do have 4 GoVee light bulbs that I can control from my phone as well. Normally I have those on white lights, but for Christmas time I have them now cycling. They do have a setting that has Christmas and different themes on it, so I also have that going on as well. So we are all ready for Christmas. I've got my GoVee Permanent lights too set up, 2 different sets. I've got my custom made 3-foot bulb lights with GoVee floodlight 2s in them, and they're all synced up. Here's what it looks like once the sun goes down. The 3-foot bulbs are intensely bright as the GoVee floodlights bounce off the entire inside of the shell. When synced with my permanent lights, the whole house has a clean, modern Christmas look. I could not be happier with how these lights all turned out. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you like this project and want more of these creative builds, hit the like and subscribe button. If you missed the first video where I built these modded bulbs, check out the link in the description. I have more holiday projects coming soon, so stay tuned. See you next time at Off the Trails Outdoors.